So what I want to teach you how to do is shop for healthy stuff with not having to leave your house. And in some cases, people want to leave the house and they want to go shop. They want to be hands-on. They want to see, touch, whatever. But for the most part, guys I know don't want to be bothered with that. And having it sent to your doorstep via Instacart is much, much better than having to go there, especially Costco. Costco is the worst store to go to, in my opinion. I really genuinely, literally hate going to that store for food because it's massive. There's always a crowd. There's always a long walk in. There's always drama. There's always people lumbering around and in your way. You have the cart that is like 3 times the size of a normal cart. Like everything about going to Costco to me sucks. Not to mention every item is massive. They make you box it all yourself and you have to hurry up. So, and then the fun part is you get to get that home and then lug it all into your house from your trunk or whatever. And it sucks, man. So what I do is I eliminate all that and I just have it sent to my doorstep and then I just have to lug it into my house. And so I save like all of that. So the most efficient way that I've come up with to shop on Instacart, specifically using local stores like Costco, Stop and Shop, Aldi, and Big Y, I believe are the only ones. I've actually had weird stuff sent from like Dick's Sporting Goods. Like one time I couldn't find my gloves. I lost my gloves. So I literally went to Instacart and I had Dick's send me gloves to my house. So that there's one-off instances where that really comes in handy if you're in a crunch. But for the most part, I don't use Instacart for things like that. I use it for food, for healthy shopping. So what I'll do is just as things run out, I go to my phone and I add that to my cart. Now, what Instacart does is it allows you to it remembers what you've purchased in the past and it makes it very easy for you to add that back to your cart over time. I don't have things that I always need from Costco, but I have certain things that I get like every other time or every 3 times. So it starts to remember those things. So initially the setup could be a little bit of a drag because you have to kind of sift through, remember all the things that you know you liked, and make sure that you set your replacements properly. And I'll get into replacements down the line because replacements could be a real drag. If you're expecting lemons and someone sends you a melon, because that happened to me one time. Anyway, that could be a problem. So the trick is as you run out of something or as you think of something, pick your phone up and add it to your cart and just forget it. So I don't Instacart stuff every day. I try to save it up, especially for Costco because they're big bulk items. So I try to save it up for every 7 to 12 days. I'll get the bulk load sent from Costco via Instacart. So as days go on, as weeks go on, add this. Okay, wife will yell out, we just ran out of paper towels. We need paper towels. We need garbage bags. And then I'll know, and I'll make a note as we run out of certain things like organic whole milk, for instance, or I like this specific turkey that I get there, this organic Dietz and Watson. I think that's how you say it. Turkey. Whenever I'm getting low or I'm running out, I'm like, I'll need that again. So I'll add that stuff. And sometimes you get sick of stuff and you don't want it again. So there is no press a button and get everything again kind of option. That's something that can be sustainable because you're always going to get repeat stuff or things that you just don't need again. So you do have to kind of be on it and add stuff constantly to it, but you don't have to go to the store. You don't have to drive in a car. You don't have to waste your gas. You don't have to waste your time. You don't have to battle crowds and deal with people. It's really just you. And then when the time comes for your shopper, you interface with your shopper in real time. And you set parameters. You set the replacements to make sure that you're not getting some surprise. And that's a newbie mistake, is to just order stuff and let it come and not choose a replacement or just say refund, because it's quite often that I'll just want a refund. Let's just say at Costco I like to get these organic pasture raised eggs, and I love them, but I don't want conventional eggs. I don't want the white eggs. So if they're not available, I just select refund as the option. The same thing goes with watermelon. If the watermelon's not available, I don't want I don't want a pineapple because I'm already ordering a pineapple. So that happens sometimes. I had replacement set to be wrong. The one time I got 3 pineapples. I'm like, dude. So you have to really make sure that you're choosing your replacements or specify refunds in the process, and it will remember your needs. So like if I want these specific paper towels and they don't exist and my option last time was refund, then they will refund it. If my option last time was to choose the Bounties instead of the Kirkland brands, it'll remember that as well. So it's intelligent like that. And so that's awesome. Now there are service fees. There is a yearly subscription fee, and there's the tip. Okay, so it's not the same price. In many cases, actually, some of the items could actually be a little bit more expensive per item, and then they tag on the additional fees. But Costco is pretty much apples to apples. It's the price there is the price on Instacart, but you will pay for the tip if you want. You don't have to tip these people, but I do. I find that giving good tips and then you get repeat deliveries, that the quality of your delivery goes up every time. So, and you can be very specific. Like for a long time from Costco, I was ordering Atlantic cod. And sometimes if I didn't specify this, if I didn't leave a specific note to say, choose the one with the date that's the furthest away. Because what they'll do if they're just like a sloppy shopper, they don't give a shit if it's half rotten or if the date is tomorrow that the fish is going to expire and it comes to your house and it stinks. You know, you have to be very specific, I think. And the more specific you can be, the happier you're going to be with the results that you get from shopping like that. So Costco is the one that I'll do for all the big bulk stuff. And then I'll go to places like Aldi, specifically for grass-fed ground beef. And Aldi has like cheaper prices on a lot of things like organic fruit and stuff like that. So when I get things there, I'll just grab like some organic blackberries or organic blueberries or whatever. So it'll be like, I know that I go to Aldi for my organic grass-fed ground beef and some other stuff that I'll piggyback on just so that I don't get hit with a delivery fee. I think you have to go over like $25 or $40 or something to not get hit with like the additional delivery fee. My tip is usually between 10 and 20% depending on the size. I feel that if I'm ordering 7 things from Aldi and the total price is $40, like, am I making someone literally go shop for me and drive to my house for a $4 tip? Like, I don't know. I feel bad about that. So I'll double on smaller ones. But if my order from Costco is $300, typically I'm not giving a 20% tip on that. I'll give 10% because it's a $30 tip to go shop for me. Like that's very generous and very nice, in my opinion. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I'm a cheap fuck. I don't know. But so that's how I treat it and that's how I do it. Now I am starting to offer courses and classes on how to get this all set up, how to manage it, and how to make it part of your life. Because the sooner that you can make it part of your life, the sooner you'll always have healthy options available to you. Now, this includes Amazon Prime, and I don't do Whole Foods anymore via Amazon Prime. Although if you have disposable income and you're okay with just like basically just pissing money away, then by all means use that service. But Whole Foods via Amazon, like Whole Foods by itself is already terrible. Like their prices are always 40% more. And that's another reason why I shop Costco for the same items in most cases, because Whole Foods is literally twice as much money for the same exact thing. And I mean, literally the exact same product will be 2 times more expensive if you get it at Whole Foods compared to if you get it at Costco. So for that reason, I just generally Whole Foods just irks me. It makes me angry. So I go there because I investigate stuff and I go there for very specific things. And I always go in person when I'm shopping for Whole Foods. Because yeah, I'll get a lot of insight there. I'll find new products and stuff, but I can always find those products elsewhere, usually a lot cheaper. In some cases, not really a lot cheaper, but cheaper. And so that's the case too. I know I have very specific things that I like to get at Stop and Shop, very specific things I like to get at Big Y, and very specific things I like to get at Aldi. And most of my stuff will come from Costco. Trader Joe's is not on the radar. Trader Joe's is not on the radar. Trader Joe's is not on the radar anywhere. So to get Trader Joe's food, you must go to Trader Joe's. And that's another kind of pain in the ass thing, but my wife likes to go there and she's there probably twice a week getting small stuff. So as you can see, this healthy eating thing is a whole job. So if you're committing to a healthy lifestyle, healthy eating is a big issue, because what happens is people become subject to what's available in the cabinets. So if you always have stuff kind of coming to your house that's good and healthy and easy, then you're always going to have options. What happens is people start to deplete what's available. The healthy stuff comes. You go to Whole Foods and you spend $400 and everything goes bad in 2 days because it's all organic and stuff. Then you've depleted those healthy things. Then you start to resort to the boxed crap and the processed crap and the frozen crap, and it's crap in most cases. And that's when you start to compromise, and that's when you start to fall off. So using these places to always have fresh, healthy options available is the way that I found for me as a guy that's not into going to these places in person, that I can keep it all going and not fall off ever and always have awesome stuff. So hopefully those tips have helped you. And if you need hands-on help, if you need ongoing help with how to at least get it set up and how to manage all this stuff and how to utilize the differences between utilize and know the differences between the desktop experience and the mobile phone experience. And so it's often that my setups, my initial discoveries will happen on a desktop computer where I have a lot more room, and my phone is there just to add the stuff as I know I'm running out. So I'm in the middle of making something like a recipe and I just ran out of vanilla extract. I'll just go add that. Or if I know that I have 1 pound of ground beef left, I know that I'll need more, I'll just go and add that to my cart. So I constantly have a cart going, and when the time comes and I need like 4 or 5 of those things, then I'll ship the whole order, and that's it. So hopefully that helps give you a little insight as to why you would want to do that, number one, and number two, ultimately, how to do it and some of the better practices that I've discovered utilizing those platforms. So if you need help getting going with that, it's now an option via Michael Baker Digital or Michael Baker Wellness. I will train you personally either via screen share or in person, hands-on, and it'll help you become a healthier person as a result. Okay, so hope that helps. Talk to you soon.